It's great to be with you on this Friday, and we are excited. We're right on the eve of our annual Victory Conference. It also is a time of celebration for our 25th anniversary for our college, and just a lot of good things going on. Certainly would appreciate your prayer. Certainly invite you to come. If you'd like any information, just go to our website at fallsbaptist.org and you'll be able to get all the information that you need. Well, today I'd like to look at the importance of having the right view of life. And at the end of James chapter 4, James deals with this matter of being presumptuous about our life. Verse 13, it says, "Go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we'll go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain." He says, yeah, you think you got it together and everything's going to work out like you think it's going to. He goes on to say, "Whereas ye know not what your life shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away." One of the keys to having a productive life is to realize that life indeed is short. It is but a vapor, and it is not ours. We are bought with a price. And for us to be presumptuous, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'll serve the Lord on my terms, I'll put it into my way I want to do it, instead of being fully yielded to the Lord and doing things that our flesh doesn't want to do, but God has called us to do it. That's the way that we ought to respond. And it's what it says in verse 15, "For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that." In other words, our heart ought to be, "Lord, whatever your will is, I am willing to do that." And then there's a very strong verse here, verse 16. "But now ye rejoice in your boastings. All such rejoicing is evil." How important it is that we understand that when we are boasting of what we're going to do and we pretty much have things our way and we're just going to handle life the way we want to handle it, the Bible says that's evil. In fact, for a believer, therefore to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, it's sin. Oh, you may not be overtly sinning, but when you're not doing what God primarily wants you to do, and you're all caught up with the details of life, and you are just, you've got things in hand, and you fit God into your plans, but you're not allowing your life to be in God's plans, God says that's evil, and it is sin. There's so much good that God wants us to do, and I think one of Satan's great tools is procrastination and wrong values, where we just do, we think we have more time to do what we should do, and we do other things instead. And so if we want to be encouraged, there's something just wonderful to know that we're doing the will of God, that we are not being presumptuous, that we are not taking life into our own hands. If we are, then we get really worried about the economy. I'm telling you, in just a matter of months and years, it could all totally go flat. And everything we think we have could be gone in a moment. And that's very much one of the possibilities that experts talk about. We think of just the kind of success that we're building up in our life, and the political situation and just the international situation could take that all away from us. Things are very tentative. And that's why for us as believers, we need to be doing the will of God, letting God control our lives. So if any of those things happen, we're fine, because we're in the will of God, and He's going to do whatever He wants to do through us. And so if you're going to stay encouraged, be in the will of God. Know that you aren't missing what God wants you to do, and it'll be a blessing. It'll keep you going even when the days are dark, and they probably will be. But when you're in the sunshine of His will, it's a great blessing.